What is up, mother truckers? Welcome to another episode of Lefty Live. The guest tonight will be Mr. Designs Mihai, but he is going to come in like the last hour or so. He lives out west and he's doing shit or whatever. I don't know what he's doing, but he can't make it right away, so he'll come in later. I'm gonna blow my nose real quick. My bad. Um, What's Papalapa? What's crack-a-lackin' up in here? The lighting's not great, but I honestly don't care. I'm happy because I'm not wearing the headphones. I don't need to. Hopefully, you can hear me. And chilling. I got a new chair. My wife bought a new office chair. It's like an actual chair that then is a computer chair. Kind of, you know what I mean. But I wonder how long it's going to hold my weight. I give it like 2 weeks and this thing's going to be like, but I won't be in it all the time, so it should be fine. What's popping off with you guys? What's going on? Was it Thursday night? So you guys coming from Grumpy? You getting ready for the Knife Junkie? Is anybody else on? Anybody else on? I don't know. Shout out to Grumpy Grunt, by the way. If you guys haven't subscribed to his channel, please go subscribe to his channel. Trying to get him over to 1,000 subs as quick as possible. So y'all should try to do that. What up, Adamus? What's going on, man? Hey guys, Kev here. Guess you saw Jim's review. Saw his review of the Devo knives. Buzz. I actually have two here because I'm getting ready for Blade West, so I'm gathering the soldiers back up. So I have these two in the house. This one got hardware swapped and everything with the other black one. And I don't know, Colin did it. I don't know what happened, but like this one has almost no detent. So when I get them all back, I need to figure it out. Oh, I did figure it out. The liners. This should have the satin liner in it, but it has the black liner that went with this frame. Something I've learned actually from having the Devo stuff and doing stout like warranty work and stuff, or just QCing knives. A lot of your detent stuff is actually related to the blade. So like, I feel like a lot of times when we have a light detent, my instinct, the first thing I want to do is bend the lock bar. But that doesn't always fix the detent. The detent can have a lot to do with the blade, especially detent lash. It's usually, I think, the way the hole is drilled or whatever, or the lip of the hole. So she said. So I find that interesting. So anyway, I'll get this. We'll get these tuned up when we get to Blade Show. But I got two of them here. This one's money. This one came back from Jared. This is the one right here. This is what you want. This is what I think I want them all to feel like in production. Snappy on deployment, but you can easily do the top flip. The reach around's a little bit hard on this one, but I think it would break in over time, right? So I'd rather have that than have it be too light, you know what I mean? So I'm thinking we'll probably pick out the perfect one like this or whatever, and we'll send it back to China. We'll send it off to Best Tech, and we'll say, hey, match this. Try to match this detent. You know what I mean? And then have them do that. That's what we did with the pouches. We sent Best Tech the QSP pouches, like our packaging for the stouts. And then Best Tech is going to match that or do their best to match it. We're paying extra, but it's worth it. At this point, we kind of have like it's kind of our thing with the premium knives. Anyway, what up, Brian? What's up, brother? Shipped your knife off this morning, I believe. Yeah, what up, James Nelson? That one loyal person that's here first. That's you, brother. That's you, brother. Thank you very much. You loyal son of a bitch. What up, Josh? What's going on? Dog? What up? Javon, my brother. What's happening, Javon? How are you, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Love me some Javon. What up, man? Watched every live within the past 2 months, first time catching a live. Damn, all right, bro. Welcome. Catching a live means you get me saying, what's up? And then ignoring the rest of your comments. I'm just kidding. I try. Mike, what's up, dude? What up? We can hear. Cool. I'm glad because I've been talking nonstop. What up, Nick Groff? What up, Doc? Rocky says, suck it. What up? Matthew, what's going on? Alice, trying to set up a website. Much prefer just making paracord items to making a website. Yeah, I got to tell you, I much prefer designing and tweaking and doing all the fun stuff when it comes to knives. But you got to deal with the website. You got to deal with customer service. You got to deal with marketing. You got to do all that shit. But you grow as a person, Alice. You're now going to be smarter because of this. You're going to know how to build a website. So who knows? In 5 years, somebody comes along and needs a website. Boom. Alice knows how to do it. By the way, I recommend Shopify. Nick, what up, dog? My homie, my local homie. Revolving Blaze. What up? Matthew Russell. What's up, dog? Hey, what are you guys carrying? Let's do the what are you carrying? I know I never do it. You guys probably, you like all the lives where they ask you questions and shit, and I'm always just talking. So what are you carrying? What are you carrying today? Matthew, Kev, I just won a book spot for an SPK Lamia pre-order. I'm super stoked about the knife. Not sure what was up with that stuff Alex said, though. Yeah, so I think we talked about this last week. He posted a bunch of IG shit last week about, I think he was talking about Felix over at Something Obscene, and I guess people like me who have brands and have knives made in China and was talking all this whatever. I don't know. He apparently has blocked me on my Lefty and my Devo account, but I've never had any kind of altercation with him. I actually bought a shark once. I was interested in the Lamia. I think I asked to check one out or review it or buy one and never got answers. And then I guess I got blocked. I don't know. But everybody's, they have the right to their opinion. If he feels like you have to build your own shop and make your own knives to be a legitimate knife company, then that's fair. I mean, whatever he wants to do. My thoughts on it are just do you and let other people do them. I don't understand the hate, but I don't know. Excuse me. The knife looks cool. I had my reservations about it before any of that. I'm not gonna, other than Gavco, I don't hold shit against people. The washers thing is what kind of, I could see it being a very good performing knife for knife stuff, which is great. But in terms of action and the fidgety stuff, I could see it probably being lackluster. But I can't tell you that for sure. Who knows? If you get one and you want to send it over to me to review, that'd be awesome. I've been trying to get one in. But yeah, I would still buy one. If I got the chance to buy one, I would do it. So I don't know. But yeah, congrats, dude. Happy for you. And I'm happy for him. Looks like he's doing good. He's got a cool folder. People want it. He's doing cool steels and shit. I always thought the dude was cool. I guess I just got lumped into what he was talking shit on, but I could seriously doubt he even knows who I am, except for blocking me randomly. But when's the Growler gonna be available? We're thinking November. So they're in production right now. I got the second round of prototypes. This is the first one. I got the second round of prototypes this week, and I was not happy with them. So what happened was these are great. And what they did was a spinning pivot. So they did the logo, but then they did a spinning pivot, which is just dumb, right? You can't have a non-tooled side with a spinning pivot unless you're fucking CKF and you're crazy. So we asked obviously for a D-shaped pivot when we got these. And then they were supposed to update to add the filler tab. So it's a reversible clip, make this bigger so that paracord can fit through it. They were going to round all the edges on the scales and all that shit. And then we did finishes in satin, stonewash, and blackwash. I actually have them in the other room. I could grab them. But what happened is they did the D-shaped pivot, but they did it where it's a captive pivot screw. So it's not like a pivot barrel. It's like the notch thing. You know how Civivi does that or Wii does that where they have a notch cut into that side of the pivot screw and then it notches into this scale right here? Well, that's what they did, but this is micarta. It's thin like micarta. So as soon as you put any torque on it, that micarta kind of like chips away. And then they also didn't Loctite this pivot screw onto the barrel very well. So you go to loosen it, and then this screw would just fall out. So it was a mess. But I've got it sorted out. They're going to add a piece of steel right under the pivot screw right here. So that captive area, that notch will slot into it's all underneath. You're not going to see it. So it's getting taken care of. And the lanyard hole is going to be bigger. And it is going to be rounded and all that stuff. So I think we're going to be perfectly fine in production, but I wasn't thrilled with the prototypes. So I might get new ones before they come in, or I don't know yet. But anyway, they're already in full swing. They have the liners all cut. We added weight relief. So I think we're going to have them by early October or November, and then they'll drop at White Mountain Knives. That's the long answer to that question. What up, Sean Barry? How's it going, man? Todd Carr, what's up, Todd? How are you? Just watched the Fairchild short. That thing is so dope. Yeah, I sent it off. It's big, man. That's a big son of a bitch, and it's too right-handed. I said all that in the short, didn't I? But the knife is cool. It's a really good design. I'll probably try the smaller one too. That might not work left-handed either, but it's okay. I also got that Arcona Buron. I'll pull it up real quick. Knife Nuts Podcast. So I got this knife in this week, and I really liked it. I already sold it to Brent, but that's because it's right-hand biased. Right here. So it has a super dope thing about it. The lock bar is inset. Like, it's not just cut at the end. It's an inset frame lock. It's really cool. And then it has like a tab inside like a liner lock does. But if you're right-handed, this thing is a like absolute home run. I mean, unless you don't like bigger knives, because I think it's like 3.6, 3.75 inch blade. Unless you don't like bigger knives, you have to try one of these if you're right-handed and you don't mind spending $320. It's a freaking home run. The quality is, it's up there with Bestech, Riot. It's up there. We don't know who the OEM is. I think it's Real Steel, maybe, or Max Ace or something. But totally recommend one of these. And I think Levon has them right now. So if you order it, it should ship from the US, but I'm not positive. Either way, it's totally worth it. But but it's not good left-handed. So if you're lefty and you like to flick knives, I don't recommend it. If you like front flippers and you're lefty, then it's perfect. It even has a reversible clip. But if you like to reverse flick, it's not very good for that. So, but I think it's awesome. So that's my 2 cents on that knife, if anybody was wondering. That's the color I like too. Black blade and gray handle. Oh, you're talking about the Buzz. Reverse tux, baby. What up, Colton? How you doing, man? How's it going? G-Ball. What up, dog? What up, G-Ball? D-Metal. What up, D-Metal? Darnell. What's going on? Josh. My boy Josh working doubles. My man. Hang in there, buddy. Rocky with the super sticker. Boom. Them 5 bones right there. Thank you. Balls. Thank you, Rocky. Much appreciated. Transparent Knives. What's up, dude? Buzz is a dope name. Can't wait for the budget version called Buzzman. You mean Devo Knives Man? We got the Devo Knives Man line coming out soon. He's making fun of Best Tech, man. I don't have that. They sent me one of those. I did the review yesterday, and then I put it in the box. I think I'm going to give it away. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's a cool knife, though. But, yeah, the name's a little bit nutty. G-Ball, I've probably been to every single live Lefty has ever had, and not once has he read one of mine. So you're lucky, JK. Yep. Jason Riggs. Every time I see your name, I think of Lethal Weapon, baby. Riggs and Murtaugh. Ever since I started watching your channel, I've been so picky and bougie when it comes to knives. Do I rub off on people? I mean, I definitely rub off on people, but in the other sense, do I rub off on people? Well, maybe I do. Honey Bear. Nice spot. Snag. Matthew Sawinski. Pretty sure Alex was mostly ragging on Rotten for not delivering a pre-order and releasing Evo 3.0s for sale at a show before delivering to people on the books. Yeah, and then he was talking shit on something I've seen because he like shows off all this bougie shit. He's got like wrapped fucking 4-wheelers and all this shit. But yeah, was he talking about Evo? But that's Custom Knife Factory selling those. I don't think that's Rotten. So I guess he was talking shit on CKF, but like, who cares? If he wants to talk shit, let him talk shit. I don't know. I think he's just venting or whatever. Like, I don't care. Yo, Casey, what up, dog? Say no to Shopify. Why don't you like Shopify? You didn't even give them a chance, I think. I've had no problem with Shopify so far. So I even got the card scanner thing in. That thing works like a dream. You just get an app and boom, you can just charge people slack. Max Ace Black Mirror. That's what he's carrying. Got it. We've gotten to this point. Gripper, Runtley, Sharpshooter. Damn, dude. Honey Bear, Transparent Knife. Oh, he's just laughing at him. Carrying a small folder today. I'd rather set up a shifter for an automatic transmission than a website. Okay. Damn, bro. Emerson A200 or A100. That's a cool one I want to check out someday. Yo, what up, Jesse? Jason Riggs, Jaeger, and Mini Tempest. Oh, yeah, my video went up just earlier about the multi-rows on the Jaeger M. And I got to say, after these have broken in for like, what has it been, a week? They're good. I think it sounds better. I don't know. I think it has a little more thunk to it, and it's smoother. It's not like some crazy difference or anything. But definitely digging it. So, and I feel like the centering got better. Probably because there's more balls in there. So she said. But they're both dead nuts now, where they were either one of them was off to this side and one of them was off to that side. Now they're dead nuts. Got the titanium F5. Dude, I was rocking that today too until I unbox something else I'll show you in a second. This hand satin, and ooh, and I put skiffs in here. Check this. Ow. I mean, it doesn't really get better than that. I mean, it could guillotine, but it's damn close. I mean, you got to just give it a little wigs. Dead nut centered. You got to love skiff bearings. Perfect detent on this guy. Woo! Yeah. Love that knife. Oh, and I got the Lynch clip. I believe Urban EDC is, I forget, they're doing something. I think people had issues with the clip mounting it. I've talked about this before. If you get one of these clips or got one and you had an issue, if you swap the body screw, like swap this one and that one with the clip screws, so like just do diagonal so you're not using two out of the same barrel, and swap those out, they fit in there perfectly. That's what worked for me. I've had no issue. But they know about it. I think they're doing something. So stay tuned for that. But I think it looks sexy as hell. Love that clip. And it works really well. What up, James? Again, Nick, carrying my Jaeger M with new multi-row skiffs. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Matthew, Case Marilla. Been trying to fix the weak detent, but still dig the knife. Yeah, that's rough when you get a weak detent. Did you contact Case? I think the one I had in wasn't too bad. I blocked you, but you shine through the block. Got the Heretic Wraith manual in pocket. Nice, nice. Sean Berry. Maybe Alex and Erica can be a thing. That's good. Wait, I can block you? Yeah, dude, go for it. Lefty, Sabenza 21, UTX 85, BRK, Bravo 1, because I'm outside by the fire. Nice, dude. Enjoy that fire. Kev, when are you making an HCR knife called the O'Douls? Nah, man. That's got to be like a dull edge knife, right? So we got to do like, I don't know, we got like a pry bar or something and call it the O'Douls. That'd be pretty funny. Good one, bro. Hey, everyone. Civivi Savant. Brand new and done cut myself hard. Wait, that's a knife? The Savant? Civivi Savant. Images. Oh, God. Just like, just another Civivi. Man, their designs are... Sorry, I know you're carrying one. My bad, dude. I'm being a dick, I guess. It's all right. It's all right. You know. To me, it's just another one. But hey, I'm glad you got one. I'm glad you like it. That's what matters, brother. Byron, howdy. Lefty EDC, what up? Now whistling Dixie while he responds. I got a Concept Shikari now after a Cold Steel Recon 1 today. No need for hate. No need for hate. Nice, nice. Haters gonna hate. Usually stems from envy. We love you, goob. Thanks, dude. I had some hating yesterday on Facebook. I had a little fun with it. People were trying to call us out saying we were copying designs or something. Which, you know, you're going to get that shit. It's just the way it is. And I think before I started a knife brand, I was quick to be like, that looks like this. You know, I did that shit too. But like, unless, this is what I said to the guy, I'm like, unless you design an alien fucking space dagger, you're not going to design something that's like new and looks different than everything. Yeah, that happens, you know, but it's definitely more rare and it's hard to do. And it's not like anybody's, okay, I can't speak for other people, but it's not like we're sitting down and we're trying to draw a knife that looks like other knives. Like that's never the goal. The goal is to design a knife with something in mind. So like for me on the stout, what I had in mind was the usability of the tip. So I started with a sheep's foot blade shape, right? And then you're gonna have inspiration, right? Like for me on this knife, I got inspiration from Liang Ma on the hole design. And I talked to Liang Ma. And I'm like, hey dude, like, I love the field duty. I dig the hole design. So I might do something similar, you know. And he was like, yeah, dude, I don't care. He actually bought one. But like that's it. You know what I mean? Like, I love a 50-50 choil. So we added a 50-50 choil. We wanted a bolster lock. So it would be lefty friendly. And, bolster locks just tend to have better action and things like that. So we went with the bolster lock, used a wire clip because we both love wire clips. Hole for deployment, pretty obvious. Hollow grind and a sheep's foot blade. And I just happened to draw this little poon in when I did it. So I don't know if this looks like something, then it just happens to look like something because and that's just the way it goes. And with this knife, it's the same thing. Colin did the initial design on this, so I can't speak to, what he was thinking when he drew it, but I can guarantee you he didn't have X knife in mind and then like drew that knife and then changed things. Like that's never what you're doing. Maybe some of these Chinese companies do that, but brands like us, nobody's trying to do that. If a knife ends up looking like something, it's just kind of the way it goes. So anyway, that was the whole thing yesterday, but I ended up talking to the guy and now we're friendly. I actually shipped him a bunch of shit today. I let him borrow a bunch of fidgets. So like, we're cool. And that's the way life is. I was just having fun with it. And then people got all serious in the comments. And then there's these two dudes just going back and forth. And Jason in the Millie group ended up just taking down the post. And he's like, feel free to promote your stuff, dude. Like I'll one up it or, heart it or whatever. Like, but these guys are getting out of hand. I'm like, yeah, sorry. I was just trying to have fun with the whole thing. Thank you, James, again. Ballsack. Ballsack. How far behind am I? God damn, 20 minutes? You guys are crazy. See, I think the real problem is that I get more comments than anybody else. So, like, I can't keep up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just so cool. I get all these comments. Sorry, I just go on rants. Revolving blades with the 5 bones. Thank you, sir. Boom. Boom. Hopefully you're still here to see this. I much appreciate it. He's carrying the ESO microsurgeon. EOS. ESO. Let's look that up. ESO microsurgeon. Microsurgeon. Dude. What? Yo, dude. What is this thing? EOS microsurgeon. Look at this thing. Yo, this joint sexy. Look at this. Can we go there and buy it? Our price. Out of stock. Fuck. Dude, is this old? Like, am I just like, what's going on here? How did I not know about this knife? Look at this thing. That is sexy. Dude, it's got my blade length and everything. Dude. I don't think it would work well left-handed, but I still want to try. That looks sick. It's made in the U.S. And it's $320. What the fuck? Help. Oh, it's from this brand. All right, EOS. No, why do I feel like that's weird? Okay. This one doesn't look as cool. It's only got a stud on one side. Oh, Somehow this one's $200 more. What the fudge? Dude, I want a microsurgeon. Help. Guys, somebody find me a microsurgeon. Thank you, Revolving Blades. And the patches, really like the yellow and blue ones. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Yeah, I love the Dead Nuts patches, if that's what you mean. Crack another drink. I had my dark berry Dr. Pepper. I got my iced tea Spindrift with lemonade. Oh, shit, we got a new member. Oh, I saw Jim in there. Hold on. Thank you, Warren. Thank you, Warren. I appreciate you becoming a member, dog. Here's your ball sack, your kangaroo sack for your trouble. Yeah, the comments going nuts. I saw Jim showed up. I sent Jim a bottle of Joop or Yoop, whatever that cologne is that he was talking about on Neve's Knives. It's like for black people. And he was dating some black chick and he had it on and he found it at work or something. And she's like, you shouldn't be wearing that. Like, that's for black dudes. She like gave him shit for it. So then he stopped wearing it. Or maybe he kept wearing it. I forget. I had a giant sub and made a growler within 30 minutes. You guys suck. Joop, y'all. Yeah. So I sent him a bottle of that shit. I thought it was funny. If you watched Neves' live with him last week, he talked about it. Yo, Gina. Got the magnets. Thanks. Oh, I got your package today too with the slider. That thing is awesome. I mean, if it's like, under $100, that thing's awesome. So I'm gonna get it back to you. I'll probably ship it back tomorrow. Because I unboxed, I did a quick video, and that's really, but it's really cool. Thank you. I also got this thing today. So I backed this on Kickstarter. It's called the Infini fidget thingy. And what a piece of shit. So you have a coin on the front, kind of like half a coin. Which, honestly, it's not half bad. Excuse me. So you have that. Then you have these little balls here. You can, whatever. And then on the back, this is the thing they kind of sold you on in the promo. It has this thing, but it's loose in here. It literally just jiggles around, and you're just running around like a maze. Like, it's so dumb. And this thing is heavy as fuck, and it's made out of like sheet metal. It's not even like, I said this in the video. This thing costs $3 to make. So yeah, fair enough. They charge $30 on Kickstarter for early bird. I don't know what they charge for regular, but this thing could not have cost more than $3 to make. So it's hot garbage, but I'm giving it away tonight because free hot garbage is better than no hot garbage. But don't worry, I included a knife. So you're not going to just get that. You're also going to get an Asher. I got the carbon fiber whole Spiro. This is a sick budget knife right here. Asher kills it. This is the one he sent me for pass around. So it did go around to a few channels. So it might need a strop or whatever. But you're going to get all that and an ass load of stickers. I put a real big pile of stickers together. So that's the giveaway tonight. Jason Riggs. Jupe all day. I wonder if he's talking to Jim. He's like, I love your studio setup. It's a working man setup. Jeremy Sears has nothing on you, bro. I think he's talking about you, Jim, because he's clearly not talking about me. I don't even have a setup. Jim rocking the FUBU and Juke. Yep, exactly. Now he is. So, a knife that I got in today on loan is the Urban EDC Dutchman. So this is a Brian Brown design, but it's an Urban EDC knife. So it's kind of like it's like the F5 or the Baby Barlow. He designed it, but it's their knife to sell and all that stuff. It's actually really cool. Now, I feel bad about this. I already texted my contact there, but I dropped it. I straight dropped it on concrete. I was walking my kid around for bedtime, and it's just so damn small. Before I left, I was like, I probably shouldn't take this because I'm going to be tempted to play with it and I'm going to drop it. And then I took it anyway and I fucking dropped it. It's just so fucking small and it has a frame lock. So it's so hard to like flick and shit. And I was fiddling around. I dropped it. So I nicked it like up here. And I don't know, maybe right here. It's not bad, but like I feel bad about it. I usually don't drop shit for, people's shit anyway. It's got a beautiful hollow grind. Blurple Anno finish. You could tell it's made by Riot. They're not going to tell you that, but it's Riot, trust me. So he did do this design before. He did it through Tuya and sold it himself, I think. But I'm guessing he wasn't too pleased with them because, he's doing it again, except now Urban EDC has the design. So the action's pretty good for a little knife. It's got a good detent, but it's just too small for me. I can't manipulate it. It wants to fall out of my hand at all times. So for me, it just, it's not going to work. But if you guys like these little things, then there you go. So she said. I know Brent, Backpack B, loves it. He has one of the older ones and raves about it. So I'm sure he's going to love a Riot version. And that detent, man, listen to this thing. That's what you want to hear on a detent. Trust me. Sounds good. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. Sorry, guys. I try. Transparent knives. The Case Marilla I had a pretty good detent, which actually surprised me. Same here. Might just be QC or that particular one is soft. Yeah, it tends to happen, man. There's a lot of knives that like their detents are just all over the place. And that's just how it goes with mass producing a knife. You just end up with varying degrees of detent. Even like our prototypes, we got 4 of these. The 2 black ones are on the stiffer side, and the 2 satin ones are on the lighter side. Just, and after handling like 100, I've handled like 500 stouts at this point from QSP. Some are super strong. Obviously, I kept a couple of the strong ones. Some of them are medium, and then some of them are on the stronger side. We didn't have many that were like light. I'm sure they're out there though. Like I'm sure I missed some, or Colin QC'd some or whatever that were lighter. That's just you just get that variance in production. That's kind of the benefit of doing small batch. You can really dial shit in, but I don't know. As someone who does custom blade shapes, people really overestimate how unique blade shapes are. Going from one blade shape to another is just changing a couple lines, removing a little here and there. Yep. You could say the same thing about a handle or whatever. Only so many ways to skin a cat, as somebody would say. Yo, what up, Nav? Going on, dog? You're on track. Keep it up, man. Thank you. Not this shit again. Everything looks like something. Yeah. I literally got a DM tonight from somebody on the Devo account. I haven't gotten a response yet, but it was literally just a picture of a knife. And I think the knife sort of looked like this. So I think the point of the message was here's a picture of a knife that looks like your knife. So he's trying to say we copied that knife that I don't even know what the fuck it is. But I haven't gotten I was like, dude, I need some context. Like, what are you sending me? Like, what? It's fucking weird. People are fucking weird, man. People are fucking weird. Kev's in a different time zone as far as comments are concerned. Later, Jim. Yeah, it's hard, man. You guys talk so much. I don't mean that in a bad way, but like when I get a question, I want to answer it, and then it's like 8 minutes later, and I've missed 20 things, and then I go to the next one, and now it's 16 minutes later, you know? The Axon liner lock is sick. AF. Never handled one until tonight. It has a different feel than the frame lock. Yeah, it's thicker. I like the liner lock, but the detents were always stupid light. It was still easy to flick, but like hopefully the newer ones are dialed in a little bit more. Yo, what up, Brandon? Most anticipated knife you're wanting at Blade? Nothing, dude. I literally haven't paid attention to anything. I've basically been worried about my own shit, and like I really don't even know if there like is there new shit releasing there? I don't know. So maybe it'll be cool to walk around a little bit and see different stuff. I wouldn't mind picking up another Mordax if they have a cool show version of the Mordax. I got this one from USN. Well, I wasn't there, but Ben Belkin got it for me. But if they have a cool version for Blade West, I'll be probably picking that up. I love the Mordax right now. That's about it. I don't really have, the knives that I'm like anticipating the most are, I just got prototypes in today from Jacob over at Kvis Blade Works for his Vanish slip joint. And these are fucking ridiculous. I am literally a slip joint guy now. It's weird. But this thing is stupid good. And then there's a silvered out one. The only thing you got to get used to is the hole, because it's not like a traditional slip joint with a nail nick out here. You're pulling from here, so it's just different. But once you get used to it, and the walk and talk is really good. This one, it has enough bite here that you can grab it and pull up. But these are awesome. So I'm highly anticipating those. And then the Voodoo from Knoll Knives is the other one that I'm really excited for. His pre-order is like 2 weeks after the Buzz. So I'm definitely getting in on that. Hopefully you guys are too. And, Mihai's here. Let me grab him. Yeah, dude.
Hello.
What's going on? I might have to throw on the earbuds. You guys let me know if there's like an echo. You let me know if there's an echo, I guess.
There's no echo on my end. Let me know if I'm
all right
on audio.
Yeah, sometimes if we don't have headphones on, but maybe if we both have MacBooks, it'll like figure it out. I don't know.
Are you getting echo?
I think my mouse died. I can hear you fine, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine on my end, so.
All right, we'll see what they say. Show the sack, dude. Thank you, man. There you go. Kangaroo sack, baby. Thank you, Hands O Cut. Did I get that right? Hands So Cut? I don't know. Maybe I'm an idiot, but thank you, dude. Much appreciated. What is up with is the mouse dead? Fuck, it died. All right. Anyway, what's going on, dude? How are you?
Doing all right. Just
chilling.
Doing a move. We just moved, so
yeah.
Got a nice new empty space to fill up. I gotta find someone that does like a neon sign, like a custom neon sign. That'd be cool right there.
Yeah,
But
that would be dope.
what's up, everyone? Kyle and Mike and Tri-State.
Kev's running for a Hoback sword. I bought one of those. That thing's fucking sick, man. The Quaichetti.
Is it bigger than the Topps? What is it called? Kuma Cage.
I don't know. I haven't seen that one. This one came in for the Knives Live 2022. They donated it, so I unboxed it, and dude, I was like immediately like, I need one of these, and I found one at White Mountain Knives, and I bought one. It's fucking can't wait for that thing to show up to not do anything with it. What up? What up, Corey? How's it going, dude? Tri-State. What up? Mordax's money. Yep. What up, Ian? Craig? Irish Bomb Squad? Knives Fast says Pinion. Yeah, but you already did your pre-order. It doesn't count. I guess it's coming in, you know. Sure.
Dr. Drew Dude says, what alt does Mr. Designs design? I don't know, just a bunch of random crap that no one's been able to buy yet. So just just messing around right now. No. I had a Kickstarter for my Ronin model just a little bit ago. That one got to about halfway, but there wasn't enough excitement, I guess. People don't like integrals enough. But so I did that one. That was my first model. Then still working currently on the Zero.
Yeah, what's going on with that?
Yeah, Riot's having a hard time dialing in this button to either not have lock stick or not have lock rock. And apparently they just can't figure it out. They just sent me 18 buttons and none of them are the same. So,
and like you're supposed to test each one?
It's like we gave them there's specific measurements. It's all dialed in. They just need to make them right, and they're making them like within a 0.5 millimeter difference, which is a lot for such a small piece. And the problem on the lock stick one was that the material was too soft and it was denting it and warping it. And then they adjusted it, made the button smaller, and gave it lock rock. So I was like, no, do the original one, but with harder, just harden the steel more. So they sent just a thicker button that was like the same quality. So handing this one over to Best Tech right now to see what they can do. Just
interesting.
So I don't this one die. Yeah.
He doesn't want to say it, but Riot can't do it. That's weird, man. They've done button locks, but not.
I don't know what it is. They did everything else perfect, but they just can't do this one freaking thing.
The stick won't wear in or anything?
Oh, it wears in, but that's the problem. It wore in after like a day of flipping it, and it's visual damage to the button, so it's really soft. And then when I asked, they said, yeah, we made it like 49 HRC 50, something like that. And it's got to be pretty close to the blade steel. So I was like,
why can't you just do the same thing and just make it harder? You're not getting that through to them?
Nope, not getting it through. But yeah, I refuse to let this one die because that's probably the one most people are looking forward to. So
yeah. Have you talked to? Well, I guess no, they don't do. ProTech doesn't do OEM shit because they can't do their own shit. Can't keep up with their own.
Yeah, I'm not at that level yet to just collab with ProTech just like that. But but since then I got 2 more prototypes and 2 new models. We're kind of going at the same pace. We each have like 4 models right now. So this is Guillotine. QSP did this one.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And milled deep carry titanium clip for all the people that don't like the wire clip.
Fuck those people.
And big tall blade.
Yeah, dude.
Inset.
Does it live up to its name though?
Oh, it definitely does if you don't get your finger out the way. Like, I mean, the finger troll's pretty good at a pretty good spot where you don't really have to. Like, it just lands.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Good landing point. But no, it probably hurt if you kept it right there. So.
Is the liner steel or titanium?
It's steel. I just I want to keep it. It's pretty. I mean, compared to, let's see, compared to these,
Were you
it's
trying to
pretty
keep
thin.
it thin, or were you trying to keep the cost down, or both,
Uh,
or you just prefer it?
both, both. I also just prefer not having a steel insert on a titanium liner. It just makes it thicker. But I mean, a good benefit is that they do come in cheaper. So these ones for the Kickstarter will be about 170 for all
Damn.
titanium S35.
Yeah, that's sick.
So they'll come in this plain Jane version, and then I also got to do the black and gold. That's my favorite color
Sick.
combo.
Dude, that looks dope. Is that the next one you're doing?
Right now I'm trying to judge interest between this one and the other model that I just got, which is the Cipher and Decipher. This was by Best Tech.
Oh shit.
And this one's just a minimal flipper.
Fuck yeah, dude. How thin is that? Is it thin?
Ultra deep carry.
Oh yeah, wire clip, baby.
Inset, super thin.
We're gonna try again. Are we doing steel again on that?
But yeah, steel is just super thin, super lightweight.
Dude, that flipper tab looks fucking really fun.
It is all you need. It is just.
It kind of has like the Atom sort of.
Look. Yeah, I've been getting. It's a mix between a Shiro and a TRM Atom.
Okay, cool.
But again, another brainchild by my dad because he's got the whole minimal flipper thing.
Oh, okay.
So
that one and the Zero are from your dad, and then the other two are from you, basically.
Yeah, you can kind of tell his style. He likes wire clip, nothing on the blade, no holes, no nothing, just a flipper. And then I go with the more organic, like curvy lines with more.
That's cool though that they're different like that.
Yeah. So, and then this one, I'm excited for this one because this is gonna be a smaller production. Best Tech's hooking me up, and they're like, okay, we can just make 200 pieces for the first run. So it's gonna be 100 of each. So there's gonna be 100.
Wait, go back one more. Say that again.
So there's gonna be 100 of these and 100 Tantos.
Oh fuck me, dude! That Tanto is sick. Oh hell yeah, dude! I need one of those.
Yeah, this was definitely my idea right there. This Tanto.
You can sign me up for one of those 100, bro, on the Tanto. Is that a hand rub?
Yep.
Fuck. How much are these gonna be?
These are probably gonna be around 245.
245. Okay.
Just because production cost actually is a lot higher than this. I think it's the
range. Best Tech's fucking expensive, dude.
Yeah, I think it's the hand rub that really takes it above.
No, it's just Best Tech, dude. They're a good like this, which I mean, if you look at them, right? Well, I'll even grab this one. Titanium 20 CB. This one has a freaking inlay and is a bolster lock, right? This one's a inset liner lock. It does have titanium with an insert. But this one's $50 more. Nah, maybe not 50, like 35, 40 more.
Yeah.
Just right. USP versus Best Tech. Honestly, it's sheerly just because it's Best Tech. I don't know.
Same difference, $50 more than this one to produce. So.
Yeah, it's just and you got similar material, liner lock thing going on. But I would honestly put Best Tech a step above, like quality wise.
Yep.
So I think you're getting what you pay for. I think Best Tech. I think it's pretty well known that they're not an OEM; they're a third party or whatever. They source the shit. You know what I mean? And that's why it costs more. Like the hardware, I think we paid $6-7 depending on satin versus DLC for the extra hardware kits for the stouts that we included. On the Buzz, they're like $12-13. So I'm like, what is QSP making them for you? And then you're charging me for it. And that's just what it is, but you get good quality shit. So like,
yeah, I was actually really surprised with QSP like this when they send me the photos of this because they just send you the prototype photos before they ship it. I thought this was like a rendering, and it was just the real thing. Like they actually know how to present the knives too. So when I got them in hand, I was like, wow, this is for what this cost me to produce versus this. I mean, it's the finishing is what's different, but the quality is still there. So because I keep
Yeah,
seeing
but
in your
you
videos.
also got to judge that across a run of however many.
That's true.
You
Yeah,
know, like
you keep mentioning in your videos that you can feel there's a QSP just on the finish, or like
yeah,
Yacht or Best Tech. So it's interesting to have
all of them.
4 models now, yeah, from each OEM to compare. So
Yeah, it's kind of cool. But yeah, I mean, and all you can do when it comes to like your pricing is just be transparent with customer. I mean, that's what I'm just best tech costs more, so I got to charge more. Like, and honestly, if I had upped the price like the same amount margin wise from the stout to the buzz based on what we're paying, this would cost 350 or 370. And that's what you see people selling, not like Arcane Design, knife standards. You see people selling knives from Best Tech with these materials for that price because that's what you should be charging for this. At the end of the day, after we pack and ship every order and do all the shit that's necessary, you know what I mean? We're not going to make as much off of this than we did off the stout, which is fine. Like we're just trying to build a brand right now. But
I was gonna say, are you factoring in the fact that there's 2 of you?
what?
Are you factoring in that there's 2 of you in the prices?
Nah,
Just right now, you're just getting
we're
it
not
out.
taking. We don't take any money out.
You just
It's
put
all
it
just going
for the
back
next
in.
one.
Yeah.
I saw.
So
Did
at
you?
some point, yeah, I mean, if we get, when we get to a point where we're pumping stuff out or we go full time, then we'll have to account for it and maybe increase prices a little bit. But right now, we're just, we're just trying to make shit happen
I
and
saw
charging what we need to like have it make sense for us to do all the work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I saw the Growler got listed on White Mountain today.
Oh, thanks, dude. Sorry. Thank you, Lefty. Hope you're having a banger of a Thursday. Buzz is looking sick. Thank you, Ian. Yeah, dude. If I miss your comment or super chat, just give me shit in the comments. Thank you, Ian. Kangaroo sacking it. I'm gonna give you triple thwacks for that. Sorry, I missed it.
Kyle, Black and Yellow, the guillotine coming sometime to a internet near you.
Yeah, so you were saying before I cut you off.
Oh, I just said I was looking at White Mountain today, and I saw the Growler listed. Did you kind of team up with them for? Is it going to be around 80, 90?
85.
Yeah.
So it'll be $85, and it'll be a White Mountain exclusive, and you can use discounts and shit. So they'll be like $78 out the door.
I was gonna say that's a good price.
Yeah, we teamed up with that. The way I did it was we were working on the stout, and it was before, I think it was before we even did the pre-order on the stout. And I knew I couldn't do another pre-order, at least I didn't want to do another pre-order while we were waiting for the stout to come in. It was our first knife. Like, not going to expect people to pay again. And it's a budget knife. So I'm like, do I want to do a pre-order on an $85 knife? You know what I mean?
You could.
You could. No, you totally could. But so my thinking was, I'm just trying to build this brand. I'm not trying to like make a ton of money right now. So I hit up White Mountain. I was like, yo, dude, if you go 50-50 on us with it, like, we'll do it if you do it. So basically they're paying half and then they're keeping half the profit. So, I mean, it's not like the best deal ever on our end, but to me, it made sense to just get a project out there, get it done. And it gives them an investment in it too, to make it, so they should be coming in. They're listed to be done at the end of October. They're already like in full swing production. So they should be ready by then.
Yeah, I pitched a couple of them to White Mountain, and I think my prices are too a little bit too much to go more
Yeah,
than.
I tried him on the stout. He didn't want to put that much money out.
Yeah.
So I think he likes that budget range, the knives that are like 85, because and then I think he likes this concept of like splitting it because I think he's doing that with a couple other people now too. I don't know if I gave him the idea or what, because I pitched it, so I don't know,
Yeah.
but
think
I think it works for both sides. What up,
are
Jacob?
you gonna let them do like White Mountain exclusive versions?
I mean, as far as I see it, that knife in the budget form is a White Mountain exclusive already. So if he wants to do different runs of different versions, that's
Oh, so
fine with me.
you're not selling it on your guys' site or anything? It's just
We
White
might take a few for like shows or something, but I didn't plan on selling them on our site. Yeah, I was just gonna do it that way. We have a premium version of the same design that's gonna be a bolster lock. That one we're getting prototyped right now by a US company. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, we're just putting a lot of money into fucking prototypes.
Yeah, same. What up, Cubis? Kyle, it reminds you of the Roach. Yeah, I have the inspiration right here for this guy. Started with this Kaiser GP.
Oh, yeah.
So I really like the knuckle clearance on this one. I just hate frame locks and lanyard holes. And yeah, but I like the external stops. I like the big blade. I just kind of made it
Yeah.
my style. Sorry if you hear my dog.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
But yeah, I mean,
Those aren't deep carry though.
no. I think
Sorry,
I also
no, I was answering. He asked which deep carry clip works on the stout, Lynch or Rips Garage Tech, but Rips Garage Tech isn't deep carry. The wire clip is deep carry. Oh, sorry, that's the Lynch clip. This is the wire clip. So it already has a deep carry clip. Maybe you just meant replacement clip. I like the Lynch one the best. Sorry, my bad. I just wanted to answer that.
Yeah. I mean, I like these ultra deep ones. The bad part is you can't replace them. But
what I don't like about those is that it sticks out the back. It feels weird for me. Like I think it might be a lefty thing
I
because
think probably.
Yeah, left-handed. It's weird.
Although this one is the biggest design out of all of them, so you can't really get to the back. I mean,
what's the blade length on that one?
3.6.
Oh, okay, it's still not huge.
It's not huge, but it's bigger than the other ones.
I like that one, dude. I think you should do that one next.
Yeah, I think it's going to be something for everyone, just with the two blade shapes and everything. So
I just want that Tanto, so that's why I'm saying that.
I mean, I love Tantos. People don't like Tantos as much as drop points. So.
Oh no, people fucking people sheep's foot and drop point is like that's what people want right now. And maybe a clip point.
For everyone that wanted the Ronin in a drop point and only has a Tanto, now we're doing two blade shapes.
There you go.
There's one for everyone. And yeah, hopefully. So this one got halfway to its goal. This one was kind of a stretch to start with because it had a $50,000 goal. And it got to 25K, but both of these new models are going to be at that goal, like 25K at the Kickstarter. Right. So I'm hoping that one will go through because I hit that number before. Hopefully it'll hit it again. These just came in this last month, so I haven't had time to promote them as much as the other ones.
Yeah, it's kind of the way it goes.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping I'd have more to do and maybe exhibit as well, but I'm not just going to show up to Blade Show with a table with like 5 things and I don't know.
Yeah, 5 things you can't buy.
Yep.
But it's good exposure, though.
Yeah, but didn't you guys go last year, or no? You guys went this year to the
Yeah.
Georgia one, and you had like lottos.
Yeah,
Right?
we had like 3 pimped out. And we
Yeah, see, that's
sold a few prototypes here and there and shit.
yeah, see,
But we had
that's
already done the stout pre-order, and we were just trying to like we were just trying to get the name out there. That's the reason to do it. You get
yeah,
to meet you meet retailers, you meet other people. Like it's just good. But you can also walk around and do that.
that's true. I don't know, don't want to get kicked out for soliciting. You know, like, hey, look
Well,
what I'm
no,
saying.
but if somebody asks or whatever, you can
That's
have
true.
your backpack on with your knives and just be like, you know,
Yeah,
or
I don't think I'm
whatever.
gonna bring backpack, but
I mean, you can hang around our table if you want and put your shit out. I don't give a shit.
can probably carry like 3 knives on me. Just don't want to lose them in check-in at a flight. God,
No, well, you just put them underneath.
I've had so many
Yeah.
lost.
Well,
But
I mean, we're gonna bring a bunch of fucking knives, so hopefully it doesn't happen. People who wear sandals all the time love tan toes as well. Tan toes. That's funny.
that's a good
Really
one.
good one. What's a knife owl if one should inquire? Huh? Knife owl is Backpack B's late night streams. He calls it knife owl streams.
Mm,
Um, look at that. I caught up.
nice.
Yeah, Jacob was in here. I was showing off. Have you seen his slip joints?
I did. I do have. Where's it?
These
I
are
did.
fucking awesome.
I love just the variant PE2.
Yeah, I have the two in in reverse tux.
This one got me good. It's very sharp.
Oh yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, it definitely did.
Yeah, I dig the PE or I always call it the PE, the variant design, but there's something about the slip joint, the size of the hole. There's just something that makes it look meaner on this. I don't know. Might just be me, but does this look more aggressive?
I'm holding it up right next to each other.
Here,
So
I'll hold the other one up on top. I think it looks like a little bit like a little fucking I don't know. Something about it to me. I fucking love it so much. Like I legit want to steal one of these from him. And I didn't think I'd love this one, but I do. I love this. I'm going to buy both. That's what's happening. The only thing I wish on this is that they could do the spring in the same finish. Because
like
I
a
feel like
black or something.
that would look cool, but god damn, these are good. I'm a slip joint guy now. It's weird.
I don't think I own a single slip. Oh yeah, I do. I do own a single slip joint. It was like the first knife that I got was this Spyderco pen knife.
Oh, okay. I have a lot now. He said, "Yeah, it's stainless." Yeah, so they can't coat it. You can coat stainless, right?
I mean, if you do like a
That's my only
DLC,
thing, though. I just think it would look cooler. It's not like it's not like a deal breaker, Jacob. Just saying it would be cool. I thought maybe it had something to do with the action, like you couldn't coat it because it would. Because if you look at the tangs and everything on the blade, it's uncoated too. And they freaking nailed the walk and talk on these. It's like stupid. Like this is up there with the Ohio River Jack, the Jack Wolfs. I mean, it just sounds stupid good.
yeah, I saw that they did the Urban EDC exclusive ones of these. I'm really jealous because I really wanted to do an Urban EDC version of this.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
I
Talk
love
to
it.
them? Oh, you can't because you need the knife to work.
Yeah, I might do one if I can convince them to do one with this because I love this pattern.
It would be sticky. Yeah, QSP knocked it out of the park. Would be sticky. Got it. Yeah, I hate that one. That's the one I hate. That it looks like plastic to me.
This one, you hate the pattern or the knife in this pattern?
Yeah, I hate that knife in that pattern. I don't mind the pattern. I just think the way Riot finishes the titanium with the pattern, it looks like a toy. And some people think I'm crazy, and some people agree with me. This looks really nice like titanium, and the one you have there looks like it's plastic.
I think it might be because there's too much going on with it.
I
That
just
it
think
kind
it's
of
the finish somehow. I don't know. It's weird, but I fucking love this knife. The F5, especially the full tie ones. I have the hand rub one. It's just fucking gorgeous. Love the pattern I got for Urban EC for the PS2.
PS2.
I think he means PE2. But yeah, he freaking did every one of those. Like he had to mill every one of
those with his own machine.
Yeah. It's insane, dude.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can you not just sell that on your own? Like, what is the point of?
What's the point of doing the exclusive?
Is it just for exposure? Or?
Well, it's their pattern. I mean, yeah, I'm sure he's making money off of it. Not as much, but that's what I'm saying. Like about the Growler, like I could make more money off of it by doing it ourselves, but like I don't know. The other thing with using a retailer is they ship everything. It saves you so much time, dude.
That's
Shipping
true.
all those stouts was such a pain in the dick. Like having dealers do it, I think is way easier, even though you make less money.
Oh, they do have a patent. They have like a trademark on the Sagaha pattern.
Oh yeah, that's their pattern for sure.
Interesting.
Oh yeah. He can't just do the Sagaha and then, no, like he could do it, but then he would just look bad. Like they don't actually have like a patent or anything.
True. I mean, because I did ask. I remember asking Riot for some of their patterns that they offer, and I really liked some of like Brian Nadeau's patterns, and they're like, "Oh no, we can't do that for you. That's only his." Like just a wave, like not a Sagaha or anything, just a wave.
Why would they even show it? Is my question.
I don't know. They didn't. That was kind of me because I was like, "Oh, you guys made that knife for him." So is that like on the table? And they're like, no, that's just for him. So that was the first time I learned about like pattern exclusive stuff. So that's cool.
But yeah, Jacob, these are fire, man. I want one of each. That's how much I like it.
I want one with a pocket clip.
Fuck that, man. Come on, you got to get the you get the Northwoods Leatherworks slip like this, and you rock it like this.
I wear shorts every day. It's just flopping around my pocket. I don't know.
Shorts. I carry these in shorts. That's the only other thing, Jacob, that I said in my video is I wish this was just a little slimmer, like not thinner, like this way a little bit, because the knife seems really thin like this, short, and then you got a pretty big slip. So I don't know if there's a way for him to thin this out, but those are literally my two things that I nitpicked was the color of the spring and this. I couldn't come up with anything. I fucking love this shit, dude.
I mean, I carry one maybe if I had the what is it, the MKM like magnetic sheath or something.
Oh yeah,
I like those. Cool. I think those are cool.
If I can't eat the donut, I don't eat it.
The donut elementum.
Let's talk to Troy. Yeah. See if Troy can do it. I mean, if you look at, let's just compare to one of my. Yeah, it's the same thickness, so there's something there. I think it just seems wider because it's a smaller knife. So my brain is saying it should be thinner, but I don't think it can be because look, it's the same as the Jack Wolf one. Grab a different one. This is the smallest one, and it's still the same size, maybe a little bit thinner. So I think it's just he has to stitch around it, and he has to work in the slight sway or whatever. So I don't think it's possible. So I already am done with that request. So
Should we go taller?
I remove my feedback.
Okay, hear me out though. On a
Yeah,
slip
I
joint,
would go a little taller. I would make it a little taller because I think there's a lot of it that sticks out. Like just go a quarter of an inch taller would be great.
I mean, on slip joints, just hear me out. Just do internal mounted. So then when you remove the clip, it looks like it should be a slip joint, and then you can put it in a pocket clip if you want. Because
Wait,
I
say
like
that again.
so for a slip joint, like if you don't like how the clip looks, just internally mount one. So that way, when you take it off, there's no difference. There's not like a milled out spot for a clip,
Yeah.
and it looks like it's missing something.
But like the point of having a slip joint is it doesn't have a clip, in my opinion.
I mean, but I also don't wear leather chaps and cowboy boots, so I just.
Yeah, but then you just don't buy the slip joint.
That's very true.
It's not for you. You know what I mean? I wouldn't put a clip on something just to appease a couple people. You know what I mean? Fifth pocket carry. There you go.
I mean, do you carry a slip at that point?
Hmm?
Do you carry a slip at that point, and you just tuck
I
it
don't know.
in?
I don't carry anything in my fifth pocket. So unless it's maybe like a little fidget like this or something. So I don't know. I put the slip joints, I just put it right in my front left pocket, and it's awesome.
Agreed, Kyle. Only assless chaps are the best chaps, and then you don't need a clip because it just fits right between the. Yeah.
I wanted that Kickstarter to get funded really bad. Yeah, I wanted one too.
It's okay. I will be trying again once the brand gets out there, but I'm hoping this will kick it off. People will get these in hand, be like, "Oh, that's great," and then I'll do this one and be like, "Oh, that's even cheaper, and I can get two for the same price," and I'll work my way back up to this one, and maybe just do a direct pre-order and leave it open longer.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah, it's just it's been a whole year of prototypes in 2022. That's been 2021. 2022 is just getting them, promoting them, trying to fund them.
Man. They take fucking forever too. It's like it's annoying how long things take because as the brand or the designer or whatever, you're like, I'm already on to the next thing, and then the prototypes or the production run or the whatever is happening for the thing that I'm past that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's hard to say.
Came in, and I was already 3 knives past the stout, and then I had to go backwards, kind of like in my mind, and go back to the stout. And it's weird. It's fun. I'm just saying, it's interesting. And you look at somebody like Ben here. What up, Ben? He's doing a drop every month of a new knife.
Yeah, they did some extreme shit because all of a sudden they're in every major retailer, and I remember meeting them last year at Blade West, and they just had this little table, and I was like, these look really cool, and they should have called their Warncliffe the Werecliffe because they're wolves, and they're like, that's a good idea. They never used it. They should still use that. They should still use that. And then like a few months later, 6 months later or something, they're just, oh, okay, we're partnering with this, and this. Yep. You can get 2,000 of our knives.
That's why you go to a show. At 2,000, no. He does runs of he started with runs of, I think, 300.
They were, those sold out. Those first models sold out pretty fast.
And then he learned from it, and he saw that people were buying the fat carbon ones instantly. And so he started trying to make more fat carbon ones. And this last model, he did 2 fat carbons. But that's why you go to the shows. He went to the shows for a whole year without selling a single thing, and just got connections and fucking set shit up. And then the other benefit he had was he fucking has money. So he ordered the knives. Like, if you have knives to sell, trust me, it's so much easier to get dealers to pick them up. If you're trying to get dealers to prepay you like a pre-order, it's so much harder. But if you have knives in stock and you're like, hey, I got, because like they want to sell shit, like, so
just that small hint is just have money, and then you can do whatever you want.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love their packaging so much.
Oh yeah, dude. He's the one who gave me the idea for the big ass cloth. Fucking love that thing, dude. It's so useful. I still use his cloths like every day. So.
Yeah, I use my Mr. Designs exclusive little Hank's cloth and Hank. That's got a microfiber on the back, so you guys should go check those out. These are still in stock, I believe. The other two sold out, and now they're making another run. They're doing a Tom and Jerry, Harry Potter, and like a neon travel pattern. But
sick.
It's just another thing to occupy my time. I mean, I think
Mike says Blade Show Stallsworth it as a dealer. Do they slam you with crazy stall prices, or are they reasonable? He's saying is the stalls worth it?
Like table.
So we paid $650, I think, or $750 for a table. If you got like a big booth or something, yeah, it would cost more. But at that point, you know.
I believe it was the $200 deposit, $500 for a table, $550 for a corner table, and then booths start at like $700 to $1,000.
There you go. And then that doesn't count all the shit you need. Like they'll charge you for lights and electricity and Wi-Fi and all types of shit. But yeah, if you have a brand that people want to buy shit, you're gonna sell a lot. Like ProTech, whatever. Like they sell tons of shit there. And again, for a brand like us, it's exposure. That's what it's all about for me, is getting people to see your name and talk about, people walk around and make YouTube videos and, dealers come talk to you and that kind of shit. James Nelson, thank you, bro. 5 bones. Kev, the yellow and blue dead nuts patches returning. What do you mean returning? Oh, yellow and blue. I never did yellow and blue patches. I have stickers. We have white and blue patches on the website right now. If you are interested, we have the RE patches that glow. They're on the website, and we'll have those at Blade Show West. I didn't do the yellow and blue because I thought people would prefer a white background for a patch, which I think I was right about. But if enough people want it, I might do yellow and blue, but I still have the other ones. So till those sell out, know what I mean? Roman ordered skiffs for F5. Did you get any play after you installed them? Ball sack, first off. No, the reason I like skiffs in the F5 is no play. So I have no play here, and I have no play here, and it drops great. Maybe I can move it a little bit. Maybe I got to tighten that pivot down again. I don't know if I Loctited this or super glued it. I might not have. I got to check, but no play. That's why I love skiffs in here. Because once I take apart an F5, it gets pivot lash every fucking time. If you don't mess with it from factory, it usually doesn't. But once you take it apart for some reason, you get a little bit of wiggle there, and that bothers me.
You're showing off carry depth while you're
next. Jack Wolf knife drop will be 10/14. Sick, dude. Day before the Buzz pre-order. Pick up the next Jack Wolf and then snag a Buzz pre-order.
Stacy, thank you.
We all know what that next one's going to be. I called it on that live stream Ben was on. He's not going to admit it to anybody. Gotta be. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. It only makes sense.
Kyle, if you're at Blade West, I think I might bring one of these with me just to
Tighten the pivot. Dude, definitely bring that. I would love to check that out.
Think I might have to do that.
Just for me, you know?
Yeah.
I still want to try the Zero, too.
Well, I could bring the original one that doesn't have lock rock. God, feels like such a waste of time. I'm not gonna lie, but it's okay. Gotta keep
That's how it
chugging.
goes, man. Sometimes that's how I felt with the MASH prototype we got from Kubi, was just such garbage. Like, at least yours is good. It just has stick. Like, Kubi straight shat the bed. And then they finally shipped the new prototype. Like, we got them. They're sitting at Collins. He's not home. They're sitting there now. It took them from Blade Show till now to update prototypes and send new ones. I think they hate me as much as I hate them. But yeah, that happened. And then we got prototype. We actually had another OEM, CMB, make prototypes for it because we were like, fuck this. And they did a titanium liner lock with insert. Kubi wouldn't do that without making it like stupid thick. And they literally just wouldn't do it for us. So we'll see what happens. I mean, if Kubi kills it and the steel liner lock works really well, I mean, I'm not opposed to doing it and just doing a more budget model. Not budget, but you know, it'd probably
is Kubi more affordable than QSP?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you're gonna probably have way worse communication. And you're not, the quality's not going to be as good, but it's, depending on the model or if they feel like doing a good job, they can. That's why I reached out to them initially because I'd seen them do good shit. I was excited about it. That's why I always get so pissed because it's like a letdown for me, the experience I've had with Kubi.
Yeah, I don't like when an OEM doesn't feel like. I mean, I don't know how it is with Kubi, but with Riot, it feels like they know people know their brand and their name, so it doesn't feel like they're in a rush to work with you. They're like, yeah, we'll just whenever, sometime in 6 months, you'll get them.
Right.
And then Best Tech and QSP still feel like eager to please, especially Best Tech. Like their communication and their engineering team is.
Yeah. And because Best Tech is like a third party, that's what they excel at is communication and trying to build relationships. That's their thing, right? Yeah, where I think Riyadh is like established, they don't need you really. So it's like, I think they probably got to a point with your button lock where they're like, this isn't going to be worth it.
Probably, that's why I want to send it to Best Tech to do in case they're like, that's a good idea. We should release a model like this.
They're doing a button lock for Tyler with Evolved. So I think it's their first button lock. So maybe it's a good time.
Yeah. So let's hope they.
And you already have like full CAD files for it.
Yeah, it's literally all done. They just need to make it. I mean.
Yeah, I would hit them up.
Yeah. It's
Kunwu Zen. How's that, Chaz? They just sent me a package today with like supposed to have a bunch of different models in it.
Yeah, I gotta see their schedule for Kickstarters because I launched my Ronin one, and then like 3 days later, Kunu launched one of their Kickstarters, and everyone just sold out that Kickstarter, and I was like, okay, well,
they always do that. That's because their prices are fucking stupid.
I know. I got their X-Tau. It's really good.
Yeah, other than the detent.
I mean, there's no detents in Axis Lock.
That's my point. It's fucking horrible. It's worse than any Axis Lock detent, but otherwise, it's fucking great.
Yeah,
I have one to give away at some point. Yeah. I went to them about the Stout. They did prototypes on the Stout and with QSP, and QSP just, I mean, they crushed it, and Kunwu didn't seem like they fucking cared at all with those prototypes. And they have been working on an updated one for ever now, since like April. And I asked them for Vanex, and they looked around. They were able to get it to do the prototype. And then my prototype has been delayed forever now. And of course, they're releasing a Van X model that has a, you know.
Yeah,
Very,
noticing a Magna Cut shortage too. I was trying to get something in Magna Cut, and
no,
apparently
it's not a shortage.
they're just not shipping out anymore.
They're not shipping overseas, I heard.
So hopefully they just figure out their own mix,
I
not a
just don't even
CPM.
care. Magna Cut is cool, but I'd rather have Van X.
Yeah, it's definitely more of a fad steel right now
Like,
because it doesn't
I mean,
really.
it's cool, but like 20 CB is still fucking great for me. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it doesn't really do anything better than the M390. People just like the name better, or the.
It's awesome if you write it. Yeah, I think they sent me the full size and the small one, and then I think they sent me a sample of that new one that they're doing a wait list for, the Van X one.
US speed and Riot Devo model.
I tagged 3 people each in your stout giveaway. Does that DQ me? No, dude. You think I'm gonna go through all the comments and like check that shit? You could have fucking tagged like 18 giveaway accounts. I wouldn't actually know. I just put it in the rules so that people fucking hopefully don't do it.
Oh, now you're
Like
just
YouTube giveaway. Nobody actually checks that you subscribed. Like you gotta subscribe. Nobody fucking checks that. Sorry.
if you want Xanax.
Like Xanax, they sell it over the counter in Mexico. Yeah.
Xanax steel.
I look forward to the day we get a USA made and a Riot Devo. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Riot, I go back and forth where I'm like, yes, it would be awesome to be able to get a model like every Riot I get where it just shows up and you ship it in the fucking sealed pack and you just ship that to customer. You don't have to QC check anything. Like you just trust that they crushed it. Yes, I would love to do that, but it's like an 18-month start to finish window if you get lucky. And that's not including you doing like a pre-order. So like you got to time everything right. So I think if I did Riot, it would be like we have money saved up and we just do a run of something or an exclusive, which could be happening. We have a slip joint design we're working on with Urban EDC. Which they don't disclose their OEM, but it's Riot. And so there might be that happening, but who knows? The prototypes have supposedly been being made since April. So
Yeah, just don't go to them with any complex stuff. I mean, they nail frame locks. And
yeah, they can do a tie liner lock better than anybody else. Like, I wouldn't trust a single company to do a tie liner lock without an insert. But they somehow just crushed that. The only one I ever had issues on was the Avant, which I think that they just rushed that one in general. I don't think it was really I don't think it's the design or anything. And it just took a little, I had to take it apart or whatever, and then it was fine. I actually had mine like drop shut. The thing was a fucking guillotine. They have a pre-order coming up Saturday, I think. For the new Avant. Yeah, it has Zerk collars and back chaser and titanium scales. They only have like 175 available. I don't know if anybody here is going to get one. I'll probably pick one up, but mostly to support my homie Jake. I just don't like for me, it's the blade shape. Like functionally, I just can't use that blade shape because it's all belly to the tip and the tip's up high. For what I use knives for, it's useless. So like, otherwise, I like the knife. Yeah, dude. That's why everything almost you see from us has a low tip. The only exception being the Growler, where you can see how hard we tried to bring this tip down. Like my goal in life when we designed this was to get that tip as low as we could get it. It's still not perfect, but you can get to it pretty easily. On the Avant, it goes belly up, and the tip's just kind of high up. It just doesn't work for me. All the belly is out at the tip. But I still love the design. I think it's unique. If people bitch about it looks like this, if you look at your knives, you look at Jake's, they're very unique. So Arcane does very unique shit.
It's all. I mean, I don't have a problem with listing my inspirations for stuff because
No, that's how I feel the same way. But like, what bothers me is when they're wrong. So, like, for example, yesterday with the whole thing, people were the whole thing happened on Facebook yesterday. He posted a picture of our mash design and then the Richard Rogers slut. And while I love that knife, first I didn't even originally design the mash. Colin did. I just like put my 2 cents into it afterwards. That Slim had never crossed his mind or my mind at all when we were designing that or working on it. And then after we designed it, we sat down, we were looking at shit, tweaking stuff. And I was like, that kind of looks like the Slim a little bit. And it's the blade shape because it's a reverse Tanto sheep's foot thing. And we actually tried to change the blade shape so that we wouldn't have people be like, oh, it looks like and it looked like dog piss. So we were like, fuck them. We'll deal with the looks like this crowd. We're going to do the knife the way we originally, that's how we designed it without any inspiration from the Slim utility. So that's when it bothers me, is when people assume your inspiration or assume that you're like taking pieces of this knife or that knife. If I do that, I'll happily tell you, like I said about the stout. Like, I got a lot of inspiration from Liang Ma on this one. That's fine. I'll tell you about that. But like, people will point out knives I've never even heard of. And I'm just like, what do you want me to do? Like, I'm supposed to search the internet for every knife and make sure my knife doesn't look like it, even if I don't know the knife exists. So like, to those people, I just say, fuck you. But like, in general, I totally get it because that's how my brain works. Like when I see a knife, I go, oh, that looks like this knife mixed with that knife. And that's fine. Like, things look like, but like, when you're like, oh, you fucking copied this, like, that's just what pisses me off. But,
and then that's why you just go all original and just go with a rectangle, and then they can't say your shit.
But I also totally get it because I used to do that too. Like, so it's just I have a different perspective now,
Yeah.
Sometimes knives look like other knives. Everyone needs to calm down. There's a huge difference between similar and a clone or copy. Yeah, I agree. Inspiration versus cloning are two different things. Yeah, but people blur that line. You know what I mean? We're talking about Stoutgate. What is Stoutgate?
Yeah.
Is that a thing now?
Inspiration is also a range. It could be like I got the inspiration to do inlaid covers for the frame lock from the Wingman Ferris, right?
Dude, they're constantly posting auctions on those, and I
don't think they're selling great. Yeah, I don't think they're selling great. So, but I got the inspiration to do that from them because I liked how they did that.
That's how I got that's how we did this buzz cut flipper tab. Colin showed me this design, mostly this design, but I think it was either just a hole or maybe it had a traditional like
a unicorn.
tab. What?
Like a unicorn? I call them the unicorn flippers.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, sure. I think that's maybe what it had, or none. And I had just gotten his other model, the Kubi Hide, and it had this type of wheel on it. And I was like, dude, I'm loving this fucking wheel on your other knife. Like, why don't we try to incorporate that? And that's how this ended up happening. So, like, yeah, that happens a lot where it's like you're taking one thing from a knife and putting it on another. Like, of course. And I mean, unless you're like running around trying to claim that you're having original ideas on certain things, there's no problem with that. You just say there's inspiration. But anyway, I didn't mean to bring that up. That's why I like the Growler, the Liang Ma look to it. I like the Growler a lot. You mean the Stout? Because I don't think the Growler looks like a Liang Ma. This one actually, I would say, is probably the most different looking one. But
I think the only thing I can point similarity to is the trapezoid hole I've seen on a Kubi, I think.
Yeah, I'd
Maybe.
never seen when I drew it, I'd never seen that hole before. I don't even know why I drew it, to be honest. And it's fucking huge. You should see the drawing for this knife. My original sketch looks nothing like this knife. It just had the hole, and then I sent Colin a message with a fucking literal like popsicle drawing, and I said I want to have a knife with a shit ton of belly, like the Benchmade Hidden Canyon Hunter fixed blade. That was the inspiration for this whole knife. Was the Benchmade Hidden Canyon fixed blade, and that's where it started. So it's weird how that shit happens, but
So Colin's kind of like your spell check. You're like, hey, I did something. Can you?
yeah, pretty much.
Nice.
I get field duty vibes from the Growler. Must be just me. From this? So like I totally would understand field duty vibes from this. Like if you look at the handle and the hole shape, definitely. Because that's pretty much where the inspiration came from. So maybe that's why I see it, and maybe you don't. But yeah, I mean, whatever you see is what you see. That's nothing wrong with it. But I do not get those vibes. Growler has a fuck ton of belly. It's growing on. Yeah. I'm not normally into it either, Ian. But it fucking works really. It's a great cutter. And because of how tall that blade is, it's fucking slicey as hell. You're going right to jail, sir.
Is that one a hollow?
Yes, you are. What did you say?
Is that Growler a hollow?
No, I did want it to be, but they couldn't do, or they didn't want. I don't know what it was. They didn't want to do it or something. But it doesn't honestly need it. It's better without the hollow because of how tall it is.
And that one's with QSP?
No, this one's shielding.
Shielding. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, because QSP did a hollow on this. So.
Yeah, they were, man, dude, I had to fight them to do a hollow grind.
I don't think you feel much of a difference because, again, it is so tall that it needs to be a shallow hollow for it to.
They're weird, man. I don't know if I was the one who convinced them to finally do hollow grinds, but like they were not doing them. And these came out good. They aren't super deep. They're deeper on the production version than the prototypes were, though. They did a great job on these, on the blades.
Let's see.
Yeah, I've heard that before too. The F5. I never had thought of it, honestly. Until NAF Sergeant pointed it out, and I still don't see it at all. Maybe the fact that it has a handle and a choil, but yes. I don't see really anything there. But yeah, NAF Sergeant said the same thing. He kept saying inspiration, and I kept correcting him, like, dude, no, because like I had zero inspiration. Like I would have never connected those dots. So you could say it looks like it if you want. That's your thought. But yeah, your knife looks like it too. Everything looks like an F5 now.
Yep.
Since when was Everyday Minimalist in here? He was in here earlier. I think he probably left. He has a buzz right now, actually.
He's got some more YouTube shorts to post. I hope he does one of those unboxings for yours.
He did.
No, but like one of like the shorts.
Yeah,
I love those. They're so hilarious to me. Like
where he just like sounds like an infomercial.
Yeah, you'll never believe how much this knife costs. This is the UTX7, and this is it's so funny to me. I know I always see comments.
The comments were all, "What's that fixed blade in the background?"
I know, and then some of the comments from actual enthusiasts, they're like, "Why are you talking like this? We all know what this is." It's like, yeah, right. But
yeah, the comments look so fake.
It's also he grew like I don't know 100,000 in half a year or something with those videos.
Yeah, 400,000 though.
Yeah, he just keeps like that's what's getting him.
Of course,
views, I think
insane. It's crazy. Good for him.
His camera work is awesome. I always see photoshopped
Growler
Things
could be like the
reposted.
cuff in that blade extends below the handle. Seems pretty original to me. Honestly, I think this looks kind of cuffish. The Buzz.
Ooh, a Corvette XL in the chat. So this is the XL, yeah. This is actually the only knife I've ever won. I won this on a concept giveaway that I don't think I even entered. So they sent it along in a normal like concept box. Have you unboxed one of these?
Large Fox baby core. Have I what?
Have you unboxed one of these?
No.
The mini Corvids. They come in a normal size concept pouch and box, which comes in a mailing box. So it's just this box, and I open it. It was this thing.
That's great.
Probably the best thing I've unboxed. It's great.
Jerry, just go buy one. They're up on the website.
Yeah, just have money now. Just
is that what you meant?
Probably. Usually when they're available. That's what.
No, some people don't like the F5. All knives are hit or miss. I mean, in some sense, you know. It's the money, fool. Gotcha. Okay, sorry. Well, they got Sezzle over there, or Zip.
Sezzle. Don't they turn it off for like exclusives or something?
Urban doesn't. No, I fucking hate
Oh no, I think that's Knife Toy.
Knife Toy and NC Blade makes me not want to shop at either place ever. Not because I can't use Sezzle, like I can just buy shit, but like because they fucking turn it off. Like it's annoying. Just don't have it then. Just don't have it at all. If you're gonna pick and choose, you know.
Okay, so I got some specs on the Cypher for. By the way, this is the Tanto's the Cypher, and then the drop point is the Decipher because it's drop point. And clever. I don't know. I completely forgot that Microtech had a Cypher, but it's discontinued.
Yeah, somebody told me the other day, they were like, he's gonna have to change that because Monroe has the Cypher.
I could just spell it with an I and then problem solved. But do you know how many zeros came out after I announced this?
I haven't seen it.
Petrified Fish 0, the Mikkel Williamson Copenhagen.
I mean, to me, it's dumb. Like, I just don't care. Somebody told me they're like, SOG has a stout. And I'm like, really? How am I supposed to know every knife SOG fucking makes? Like,
yeah.
And I could care less. Unless somebody comes and contacts me, I'm not going to, like, go hunting down people with the same name or anything. Like, if somebody else names a knife, like, who cares?
I mean, just don't name anything close to Hinder, so just stay away from that, and you probably won't get a letter in the mail.
I mean, who would name their knife an XM18 anyway at this point, you know?
I don't know. But anyway, some specs on this one. So it's going to be M390. The blade length is 3.63 inches or 92 millimeters for my European friends. The blade height is 1.2 inches at the choil right there. Also, I love how Bestech did this choil because I know Neebs kind of shit on the Ronin for the choil that Riot did and how it's too shallow and it'll get 2 sharpenings or however many he does on his whetstone. But this one is just passes that plunge grind and then you get a nice, good sharpening out of this. Good.
Yeah, that's kind of shit I don't see well.
But, you know, so no more complaints on the plunge grind on this because hopefully that's enough life.
Son of Sam, what the
There's 100 knives dropping every week. Aren't enough words in the English language. Yeah, I mean, I might just start using other languages. So
there you go.
People don't know. So I think we're going to go with the raindrop. I know some people were saying
there's definitely a company that would come after you for a name thing, though.
And I'm probably going to spell it differently. So, because
it's not Monroe, it's No, it's just Microtech on the Cypher.
Yeah. This is contoured slightly. I don't know if that comes across. At the middle, the thickness is 0.43 inches, 11 millimeters, and then
That's great.
it goes down to 9.2 millimeters at the edge where it rounds off.
Buzz looks like a penguin.
The blade thickness is 2.5 millimeters. We're trying to get it down to 2.3, which is 0.09 inches.
Damn, son. Yeah, that's thin.
So we're trying to get it a little bit less than that. So I hope they can do it.
Hey,
It's a flat grind, so hopefully they can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Handle length is 4.8. Blade length is 3.6. So overall, it's around 8 and something. Buzz looks like a penguin.
He's joking. He's messing around. Man, I fucking love this knife, though.
I mean, does it kind of kill collecting for you?
Not really. I'm pretty good at separating the two. And the way I am, even with collecting, is I'm on to the next thing pretty quick. You know what I mean? I find that it's definitely a longer grace period with my own kind of stuff, you know? But, you know, this is one that, again, like Colin initially drew this one up. So this one feels a little more like I'm just getting a dope ass design in hand. Like it's not like the stout feels like my kind of child. I guess you kind of know the same thing, like with your dad, right? Is it a little different when it's?
I mean,
like you have your input on it, but it's not your brainchild, so to speak.
That's very true. He just kind of comes to me with what you come to Colin with. He's like, I want this, and now make it work. And then we make it work. And then when it comes out, I'm like, wow, this is really dope. Can't believe that.
Do you like add touches to it, or?
Oh yeah, I mean,
like him.
The Tanto was all my idea. So it's just he doesn't like Tantos, only draw points.
There you go.
The pivot ring, it does have a pivot collar. It's just very subtle. So I'm just doing that so later on I can do colored versions, Zerkutai or whatever. Right. So I added that, the engraving on the pivot instead of the blade.
Yeah,
I do a lot of the internals because he's more of the aesthetic and the mechanism. But as far as like, where should it be more lightweight? What should the lock be? What should this? It's a balance, but yeah, it's definitely his ideas. And then, so would you say you haven't designed your perfect knife yet? Like the stout isn't your perfect knife?
I mean, it was when I drew it. But I feel like I've evolved, you know what I mean? Like, I think I'm a better knife designer now than I was when I drew this. Like, the handle on this is really basic, I feel like. It's like a dude drew it on a fucking napkin, and that's kind of what happened. But it works really fucking well. Like, it's super comfortable in all the grips. Like, so, I mean, it's good, but yeah, I would say it's not necessarily like my perfect knife anymore, although it is fucking sick. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll see as time goes on, as more stuff comes out, but I fucking love this Buzz, dude. I definitely like the Buzz better. I just think overall having the liner lock, the ergos, because you have a little bit more of a, like, you know, some whatever handle, it's got a little curve to it. It melts into the hand in both grips. You don't have any kind of hump or anything. We are adding Vox style jimping right here. So speaking of inspiration, I'll call it what it is, Vox style jimping. Yeah, I don't know. I think I like this design a little better. Plus, you get the extra sort of deployment method. You know, you can fuck around if you want with the front flipper. Although I'm a whole guy, you know, I'm mostly flipping it. But I find when when I'm sitting around like this or whatever, I'm doing the reverse flick mostly. But when I'm in the car or something like driving, I tend to do the front flip, like and just kind of dick around with the front flip. I like
my box jumping. You mean the
wire clip too? I mean, they're basically the same, right?
How far down is your Vox chimping going to
go? I think the plan was to put it like right after the hole, so like right here.
Because like this kind of has the same.
Yeah, so for me, it's my finger is going to land right here. That's where my thumb's going to land. So that's where I want it. You know what I mean? I don't want it back here because
that doesn't make any sense.
To me is kind of useless. I'm going to hold it like this or like this, and I want that jimping right there. So that's where it's getting added. And then we're adding lock bar access. It works now. It's fine, but we're going to cut this back a little bit so you get more access in there. The prototypes are M390. They're going to be 20 CV. The black prototypes have a shallower hollow grind. They're going to be deeper, like on the satin ones. The satin ones have fucked up plunge grinds. They have them like under the handle, which I think. Oh, I have one, which I think kind of fucks up the action a little bit because the plunge, like the grind, is inside the handle there. So I think it kind of hangs it up a little bit. Obviously, that was just a prototype thing. They actually tried to remake the blades, and they did it again. Like, I don't know what the fuck they were doing. I think it had something to do with how the handle or the liner was already cut that they had to do that. What are the other changes? We're going to have Zircuitai backspacers. You can pre-order along with the knife. You'll get a full hardware kit again with the knife. It's kind of like our thing now, except for the budget stuff. What else? We want to make the black wash a little bit darker, a little bit more tumbled because it kind of just looks like a PVD. So it'll be a little more aggressive. We're adding the all gray one with the stonewash blade. I think that's most of the changes. It'll be all T8. We were gonna do T10 pivot, but after getting the stouts and they showed up with T8 pivots, they were supposed to be T10. I actually like it better because you can just take the knife apart with one driver. Just easier.
I went with T10 on this one just because it's chunkier.
Yeah, I get it. I actually wanted T10, like that's what we asked for, but I'm glad they showed up T8. I do agree though. I think if we did a chunkier knife, we would probably do T10 or even like T15 or something.
Makes a difference in how big the pivot
What's up, man?
These are both T8s, but it just looks much different because
I agree. It's not the tooling, it's the pivot screw is a lot smaller on the Zero. I've fucked around with a couple of gravity knives. The War something from Polygon. What the fuck is that brand? You know what I'm trying to tell you. Poly something. They have the weird coffin handles that pop open and you swing it around.
Paragon?
Paragon Warlock. Yes, thank you. And then I fucked around with the EXO from Riot, which is trash in my opinion. People fucking love it. I don't know why. So I'm not a gravity knife guy. I'm not a balisong guy.
That one, the EXO though, is a testament to their milling and what they can do. Because I don't know if you've seen that. It's basically just two integrals put together because it goes like that, right? And so they had to mill a channel.
But it's so loosey-goosey. It feels cheap to me.
How do they mill a rectangular channel on the bottom portion to fit that blade? But then they have problems like I don't understand. They can clearly do amazing stuff.
Tiny ass tolerance of that button, I guess. Button locks are fucking hard, man. I mean, it's why you don't see a lot of Riot button locks. Like the only one I know of is the Slim Pickens, I think. And that one, I don't even know if they claim it as Riot. And that one has issues, the Slim Pickens. I mean, makes sense that you got one. But the detent kind of like the way it pops is kind of goofy as shit. Yeah, like, so I don't know.
All button locks kind of have it, except the Protex that I have.
Well, I have it on this one. I can get it to kind of do that. Can you see it coming out a little bit? There.
A little bit, but not.
But then, yeah, the detents on the newer ones apparently are a lot stronger. Like I can't fail this.
Don't they have an adjustable detent system on those? They keep announcing that, so I wonder if you can just tighten that down.
I don't know what you would tighten. I've taken it apart.
On their Instagram, they're like the new adjustable detent system.
I think it would just be putting a different spring in. So maybe they sell stronger springs. But that would be how you would do it. And then the button would be harder to push. But this one, literally perfect. I mean, that's babying it. I love this thing. I really want different like show exclusive and something. I don't know, just something different. I would love
to just make it titanium. Like people would pay $600 for that.
This in titanium?
Yeah.
It'd be heavy though, because they don't fucking mill out their titanium. I hate that.
They would still pay it. People would. I mean.
Thanks, Kev. I would love a cheaper one if there are any out there. Gravity knife?
I have. This is the closest I have to a gravity knife. It's not really. It's kind of like it's one of those magnet.
Oh, is that the mag blade?
No, it's just one that I found on eBay. I think it's kind low key. It's kind of a copy of a Oser.
I think that's the mag blade. I think they copied that. I mean, have you seen the mag blade?
Yeah, it's definitely more rectangular towards this.
Yeah, but like it's fucking the same thing. I actually have one on pre-order from D-Rocket that does the same thing.
This is
but it looks
this is an Oser Tanto. Like Oser's the first guy that
Tanto, dude. I love the tip on that.
Oser's the first guy that I saw that did this style on his knives, even on the Benchmade Tengu. So
what style? Like what do you mean?
Like so like on the this is definitely more Americanized, like the dual grind, and then this one's just it's got that slimmer. I don't know if I'm making sense. Like
yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've definitely seen it before though.
I mean, I'm just saying Jared's the first guy that I saw doing this because then I saw Kaiser obviously come out with their own version like this, and then also Benchmade has a style like this.
You know what I'm thinking of? The Nkosi.
Yeah, the Nkosi as well.
I feel like that must have been around before. Oh, see, you have one.
That one.
Damn, you are a Tanto guy. Shit. I don't have a single Tanto.
I have so many Tantos. But this one definitely came more so from the Benchmade, just because it's sleeker a little bit.
Yeah, the bailout too.
Nkosi goes a little bit harder with the grind difference. But yeah, it's
yeah, the factor's dope, dude. Sick knife. Yeah, I mean, if Best Tech can do shit like this, they should be able to do a button lock for you.
But like this is obviously just full Western Tanto. This is halfway between a Japanese and American. And then this, I don't know who started between these three guys, between Chris Reeve, Jared Oser, and Benchmade, probably not Benchmade, but this style of westernized with just the grind difference. I mean,
yeah, I don't know, but it's cool. I agree. I like how the front tip is kind of like
on pen knives, especially like slimmer knives. This is just a perfect Tanto. Yeah, I like Tantos. I don't
send them my way, Kevin. I love Tantos. Yeah, I don't have any. That's what I was saying.
I have
Factor
two.
is my grill knife. That's not a bad grill knife.
I am waiting for his other one because
Yeah, I don't have any yet. I just have one. I got lucky on that drop. My address actually populated. I
I think
carried
he's
this
vastly
every day for like a month after I got it, which is a lot for me, honestly. Since then, not really, but that's just because it's my collection. This knife is insane. I love this thing.
Brian definitely underestimated the demand for that knife.
I don't know if he underestimated it or he overestimated Shopify's ability to deal with
I think both, because he sounded surprised that it sold out that fast. Because
it sold out in like 2 seconds.
yeah, it's
And then he sold 2,000 of them on pre-order at least. Insane.
that dude's a wizard. I love his taser knife. Have you seen his taser knife?
Yeah, I've seen all this shit. This shit's crazy.
Imagine a fixed, like a tops, like sword, like just a taser sword. God, he'd be the one to make that.
That's hilarious. All right, let's do this giveaway, and then I gotta run because it's late here and I gotta work tomorrow. So I got a few things I was showing off earlier, but I got a bunch of swag. I really don't want to go through it all because it's just too much. But it's a lot of shit. You're gonna get a lot of stickers and swag and all that shit. Then you're gonna get this fidget toy that I really don't like. I got today. I pre-ordered it and I got it on Kickstarter actually. And yeah, this
It's not worth less.
Now it's broken.
I think that you should sign it to make it worth something again.
Sign it. You think somebody wants my signature?
If they want the ball sack, they're gonna want the signature.
So it's got the magnets in here. It's basically a haptic coin if you look at it. And then you pop the lid on. And then if you're not a sweaty bitch like me, it rotates around. It's not half bad. It's just, does it not turn this way? No, it does. Man, I really am sweaty. But it's made out of like sheet metal almost. It just feels really cheap. Now it was like $30 on Kickstarter, but they totally fleeced people on these. Like this cost $2 to make. I mean, look at this piece back here. They made it look like something you could, move around with some resistance. It's just a fucking loose thing back there. Like it's horrible.
You're really selling this giveaway.
Well, that's the fidget, and then I got an Asher knife with the carbon fiber Spiro. So this is the thing you want. The detent on this is fucking crisp. Listen to this thing. Just snappy as fuck. I love this one. Carbon fiber. Drops to the nail. Shake it down. She's hot. So that's the Spiro and carbon fiber. So to win this sucker, we need a hashtag. Should we make people do a hashtag Mr. Let me pull up StreamYard and I'll show you guys exactly what I mean. Let's see. Not what I meant to do. Giveaway. I don't know why they don't have a link to the giveaway thing on StreamYard. It's so dumb. Like, wouldn't it just make sense that they would have a link to it?
Probably. While you're looking for that, I'm going to plug this one more time. These are probably going to be on Kickstarter after Blade Show because there's a lot of stuff coming out in October and I don't want to steal the thunder of anyone. So maybe closer to the Christmas season. This one's going to be $170 each version. There will be bundles. A bundle of these will cost less than one Ronin. So if you're into the multiple colors, this one's going to be $245. And it's going to come in the raindrop, hand rub finish, and a tanto and drop point. There will only be 100 of each, 200 knife run. These will probably come out first because it seems like there's more demand for these.
I love that one, dude.
Hopefully
Next
this one's
month,
about
it's about
finished.
to pop up. Yeah, I'm a little worried about it myself. There's like all these pre-orders that just popped up we've had this one planned for like months, and then all of a sudden now there's this pre-order and that pre-order and this pre-order popping around the same time. But
I mean,
it
it's a
is
good
what it
month.
is.
It's a good month because everyone's going to Blade Show, and there's all the Blade Show hype. And for people that can't go, they get in on pre-orders. So
Is that a thing? I feel like it's the opposite. People who like they spend all their money and they don't spend money.
I mean, it's a minority, right? That are actually able to attend Blade Show.
That's
So
true. But my theory on it is, I mean, yes, timing is a factor and it's going to cause either more or less to sell. But like, if your knife is going to sell, it's going to sell. Like, I don't think it matters all that much how many pre orders are before or after it. Like, if you got a good knife, you got a good knife. And you got to just trust that, I think.
that's true.
And then,
People's
of course,
budgets are also
exposure plays a part. But you can only put it in front of people so much. You know what I mean? If they're gonna buy it, they're gonna buy it.
Are these
So,
budgets that are spread thin? If everything comes out in 2-week period, people are
of
like,
course. But that's why I provide the sizzle, baby.
Sizzle.
Provide the sizzle option.
That's
Sizzle.
why I do the Kickstarter option, so you have up to 30 to 60 days to decide.
There you go. Same thing. It's a good way to do it, man.
I think I'm going to leave it on for more than 30 this time because apparently that was too short. So,
dude, I don't know, man. I don't see that's the thing. Like, I don't think it was too short. I think it just wasn't meant to be on that one.
It kind of just went.
At that time, the Ronin was not meant to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think you also had the hype built up, and then the pre-order came like later. So like you want to time the hype. You know what I mean? So you want to like have the big channels you send it to. You want their reviews to drop within a couple weeks of the pre-order. You don't want it to be like months ahead of time, and then it kind of fades off. You know what I mean?
That's true. I don't know if I want to send this one in for a lot of reviewers because they kind of messed. There's a exposed little detent hole right there, and that was a little mess up. And people are gonna be like, "Oh, that's
where."
I don't even right there.
Oh, down at the handle. But you just explain it when you send it.
I mean,
you're gonna have to send it to people if you want to sell it.
Yeah.
It would be a lot harder to sell without promoting it that way.
Also, some of these protos are in Magna because they made the prototypes in Magna Cut, but there's no more Magna Cut, so
it doesn't matter either. These are
like, oh boo. You're like, oh boo, I wanted Magna Cut. Now you're selling them in M390.
Tell them not to even tell them what the steel is.
That's true. I mean, you'll probably definitely be getting one. So
yeah, dude. Just tell me what, and I'll either mention it or skip over it. Like, it's not a big deal. I don't know. I think you got if you don't want to deal with that, then don't send it to people who won't read your comment. Like, there's dudes, you send them the knife and you send them information, they don't even look at it, and they make their video, and then you're like, what the fuck, dude? I literally told you all of this. That shit's annoying. Like Jim Skelton, I send him the knife, I send him the information, he fucking reads it, and then you can tell because he actually like says it in the video. He's like, oh, here are the changes, and he has like the list next to like, but then there's other people, you send it to them, the whole thing, and then they say all this shit and ask all these questions in the video, and it's like, dude, I literally answered all that for you. All you had to do was read. But I'm also that asshole sometimes, so whatever, I get it. But maybe just be a little pickier. But my point is, advice-wise, not that I know anything, definitely send it to people to review, because I'm pretty sure, based on my experience, that the YouTube shit sells knives versus anything else. Like, I don't really know another way to promote them. You have to send them to people, have them post about it. And then, yeah, of course, at some point you kind of have your own, like at this point, Vero, Brian Brown, he doesn't need anybody that people are just like wanting his shit. So yes, there's a point where that's not the case, but I don't know.
Jim's awesome. He took up my Ronin review in like just because you asked, or you asked LeVon and then Jim, and he's like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. And then he takes those awesome photos within like 12 hours. I don't know how he does that. So
I mean, if they like the knife or whatever, then they get into it because they're knife dudes. They're not like Jim's a knife dude. He's not. I don't like. Yes, it's his career too. He makes knives too, but like, he's not in it to just like get a huge amount of subs and like just make money or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's a knife dude. So when something interests him, it ticks on the knife freak in him, and then you can tell. Like, I don't know. So that's just how it goes. Like, that's how my relationship with Jim started. I hit him up about the stout, and he literally gave me the spiel about how he, if he doesn't like it, he's not going to post anything. He'll post a video and just send it to me because he doesn't want to like say anything negative. So he'd rather just not do it. Which is actually what kind of taught me to do the same thing. Like,
that's a good policy. I mean,
yeah, like if it's positive, you post a video, you're telling the truth. If it's not, you just kind of like skip over it. And
you just don't ruin someone's business.
Right. Unless it's a big brand or something, then you can show.
I mean,
that's
yeah,
what I do basically. But that's how I initially talked to Jim, and then he got the knife, and he really liked it, and then, so I don't know. But anyway, Jim's cool.
Did you find the giveaway info?
Yeah, I got it here. I was just reading shit. All right, so we'll do hashtag. I'm gonna spell it out. No, I'm not.
No, just do MRM because I already saw a few people.
Just do designs too. You guys will see it up on the screen. You just got to put that in. All right. Put in Mr. Happy Gilmore, baby.
Jared Neves asked me on our last live stream, he's like, where did I get that name? Expecting some crazy story, I think. It's just my initials.
Yeah, I think you said that on our live because I asked the same question.
Yeah, he's like, oh, okay. Underwhelming. I mean, where did you guys get Devo?
So, do I have the sticker? Hang on. Here's one. So, my nickname is the detent diva.
Mm-hmm.
And a Devo is a male diva. So we were trying to come up with a name. We couldn't, I don't know. And then Colin was like, what about Devo? He I guess he was Googling or whatever. And I was like, it actually sounds kind of cool. And then we kind of just went with it. And now I don't know. I think it sounds cool. It works.
I feel like you need to name a knife the detent or just detent. Devo detent.
So we decided that we would name everything beer related. So that's why you have the stout, you have the buzz, you have the growler, you have the mash, you have the barley.
I mean, are you gonna do Jaeger?
What?
Are you gonna do Jaeger bomb?
No, well, obviously the Jaeger already exists, and that's alcohol. That's not.
It's beer. Not. Isn't a Jaeger bomb just a big German pint of beer?
Oh no! Well, it's where you take a beer and you drop a shot of Jaeger in it. Jägermeister. So it's alcohol. Yeah, okay, it's beer related, but no, I'm not going to do it. So there's your answer. We are not men. We are Devo. So, nice to know these things. Good question. The Hangover. Yeah, we can have fun with it. The reason we called it the Buzz is because I thought it looked like a buzz cut on the front flipper. And then I'm like, oh, that's perfect. Buzz. You get buzz when you drink. Buzz. It's got all these meanings. Works. Then we had one we designed. The mash originally was called the Bach because it was a button lock. Button lock, Bach. Bach is a type of beer. Then we changed it to a liner lock because we decided that button locks we don't like because they're fucking hard to do. And we changed it. So now we have a backlock design, and we're back to calling that the Bach. So we're eventually going to do a fucking Bach, all right?
I like Josh's comment. The Jägermeister. That's a
5,
good.
4. That is good. 3, 2, 1. Here we go, babies. Babies. Here we go, baby. Yes, that would be good. The Jägermeister.
That's a good collab knife right there.
Yeah, dude. We should totally do that. Stacy, yo, good for her. Stacy, you won a fidget that I call trash and an Asher Knife Co. CF Spiro, which is a dope ass knife. So, congratulations, Stacy.
For all the hard work in the comments, you get dope stuff.
Let me wrap that up. There you go. Right there for Stacy. Glad she won. Stacy. Boom. All right, I'll get that off to you probably tomorrow, as usual. Oh, dude, are you into flashlights? Random question, real quick.
Kind of, not really. I get just whatever my dad doesn't want. He's into flashlights.
Oh, like
so
what does he not want? Like, what's his level of flashlight that he pawns up?
Here, I'll go get it. Just 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
Yeah, congrats, Stacy. I agree. If anybody deserves a win, it's you. It's you.
All right, so I got this thing.
$1,000 flashlight. Oh my god.
This is a H. Wales Trustfire 9XT6.
What the fuck, dude? You carry that around?
No, this is like my self baton, like instead of a baseball bat, like this works.
So big that like you would actually like hurt yourself swinging that thing.
Yeah, I mean it's just.
All right, well I rock this. So my Zerk one is I sent it back again because I was having issues again with it lowering power. I don't know what's going on with the fucking thing. I think it's the fact that it's Zerk, something about how it conducts. So hopefully he gets that sorted, or what I would like is a Zerkutai one. But I love the Thai one too. So I could just be happy keeping this and sell the Zerk one maybe. I don't know. Looks like a good EDC light, yeah. That's a flashlight, not a flashlight.
I mean, it's got all the features. Yeah, I don't know. It's 11,000 lumens, so perfect EDC. Perfect EDC camp truck flashlight thing. I don't think I've ever used a flashlight in the wild besides my phone. So
yeah, see, I don't get the phone thing. I mean, I get why people say it, but like the phone light isn't very strong. I don't know. I use my light occasionally, but mostly I use it like throughout the day. I occasionally will need it, but I use it every single night when I go to bed because my wife's asleep and I have to like creep in the room and take all my shit off, put my knife away and everything. And I just turn this on and put it on my chair facing the wall. And then I do all my shit and then I put it away. That's literally why I love having this light on me. So I know that's weird, but it is what it is.
So you use the lamp?
Yeah. Put it in the corner and just turn it on in the corner. 11,000 lumens. All right. I'm going to wrap it up. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about or promote or whatever before we close this bitch down?
No, just want to say thanks for having me on. Thanks for getting me on another live. It's fun to see everyone. And I'll see you at Blade West.
Yeah.
Some people from in here at Blade West.
Yep. And then you should come on again whenever you're doing the Cypher Kickstarter.
You like that one, huh?
Yeah, I'm trying to convince you to do that one. I want that Tanto, man. I think you got what? You're going to sell 200 of them, 100 of each? I think you could pull that off pretty easy. I don't know. But
I just need to sell 100. I just
Yeah,
need to
right.
sell.
That's how it works too. I know. I talk to people who are doing this, and they're like, "Man, I wish I could sell out in like 10 hours." And I'm like, "Dude, no. I just want to sell enough to like order them." Like that's like my goal in life when there's a pre-order. It's like I just want enough to make it happen. So I'm glad that that's your outlook. But yeah, you're gonna at least sell one of those Tantos, so that's cool.
That's, I mean, something to look forward to. It'll be
99 to go, baby. All right. All right. Thanks, guys, for coming out again. Congrats again to Stacy, and thanks for coming on, dude. I will see you next week. You guys won't, because I won't be doing a live stream. Forgot to tell you that. No live stream, because I'll be at Blade. So, anyway, peace.
Yeah.